All right, folks, we did a lot of work to be able to meet that incentive for unregistered HyperCat 2 with $1,950 raised for our good friend Sarah. But just like with the Pringles run just before, once you pop, you just can't stop. Another incentive indeed has just opened for our Sonic 06 Glitch Exhibition, which would be a phenomenal showcase of a whole bunch of glitches to show just how broken that game really is. There are so many in the community that hate that game, and it is so good to see just how wild the game can get if you just treat it in certain ways, even outside of regular speedrunning. So remember, all donations that get put towards this marathon will help towards that milestone goal of $2,150. Just an additional $200 to be able to support our awesome friend Sarah during our Saving Sarah Mutual Aid events. But without further ado, we have met that incentive for our unregistered HyperCat 2 Uncanny Cat Golf Run, who will be run by SinDarkFatez. The show is yours.
Alrighty, howdy y'all, SinDarkFatez here, and I'm very excited to show you Uncanny Cat Golf. This is going to be certainly a good time. This game is very wacky, and thank y'all for meeting that milestone. So we're going to be moving on to the modifiers. I'm going to be turning on switcheroo just because now I'm playing as the Uncanny cat. It just pretty much makes it to where when I get catched by the other cat, there won't be a loud jump scare. And since y'all met the incentive, we're going to have to turn this crazy modifier on. So y'all better be prepared for the epicness. Alrighty, it is indeed turned on. So the run shall start once I click on new game. So let me just double check certain settings that I'm just mainly on full screen. I'll explain why later. But with that, the run shall start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Alrighty, so Uncanny Cat Golf is pretty much, I would describe it as a 2D top-down golfing game. And we're pretty much controlling this Uncanny Cat for now. And this is just a tutorial just to teach you stuff. And the main reason why we're on split screen or full screen is that pretty much I'm able to drag my mouse off screen to where I'm able to just make perfect horizontal and vertical shots, which I'm going to be using pretty much for these next couple levels. And if there's a speed game I would compare this to, it would be close to Peggle, because we kind of have our own like hole-in-one solutions for these levels, which I'm going to be using either parts of the level or parts of like the thing. Like I'm going to be using this logo a lot. This one we're just going to have to do a right shot. And this one we're also usually doing 2 right shots. And another thing about this game is that we're pretty much going to try to avoid the other cat. Pretty much always has a set spawn location. We just got to avoid it. The AI will just try to chase us. This level is pretty self-explanatory. And another thing about how this game works is that pretty much we cannot make another shot until our cat is perfectly still. Right there I use the full screen vertical shots. Simply just going to wait for him to get out of my way. Just play it safe. Alright, and now we're introduced to the bonies. Pretty much, they have a set path. They kind of just follow a set path, and obviously when you bounce off them, you'll bounce the opposite way. This one I'm going to hold right so I can get into the sand pit. Hopefully, if I do everything correct. Oh no, we should be fine. There we go. Should be fine. So this next level, there's a bunch of bonies. I'm pretty much going to just try to play it safe. There's 2 ways you can kind of do this. I like doing it to where I open up the left path and just go through them. Just because, yet again, they do have a set path, and depending on what blocks you destroy, they will take a certain path. This one's pretty simple. We just go up here and then just do that. But it introduces more cats into the mix. This one I'm going to utilize... Oh no, that's the next level. I'm going to be utilizing the Y in Uncanny to do a hole-in-one. There we go.
Nice.
And now we're going to be moving on to Jawbreaker, which pretty much is going to just be us trying to make as little shots like as the distance. I did it pretty bad. But pretty much if your line is red, that means you will not go any distance. You'll hear a noise when that happens. So we got to be kind of precise on how little we move our cat. This one we're just going to do a down vertical shot. And hopefully if I put enough power, I'm just able to immediately do a right. And now we're going to be moving on to the next world after this final level, which we're just pretty much going to use the F over here. There you go, and that's World 1. Now we're in Glow Stick City. You'll see the main gimmick of this world coming in effect in the next level. So now we have these stop signs, and obviously they stop you if we run into them, so we're going to utilize them just to get over here. And this next level is going to be pretty much me just flicking a lot. Oh no. I should be fine. Oh, never mind. There we go. And now we're going to be introduced to a different type of sign. It's these ones. They'll pretty much just give you a bunch of speed. Use a precise lineup just so we can get that hole in one. This level is pretty precise. It's easily the most precise level in the game. I'm kind of just going to free ball it here and just hope the game is nice to me when I'm running into these speed signs. Because this level cannot play nice a lot of the time. Let me get up. Do another precise lineup real quick, just so we can get a hole in one. There we go. That's good. And now we're gonna have. Oh, never mind. That's gonna be. This one is gonna just be over here and just try to take the intended path. Oh no. Okay. Unlucky. Gotta be careful.
Nice.
There we go. Alright, we made a pretty good cycle to where I didn't have to wait for the cat. Now we're introduced to cars, which we're going to utilize it by bouncing off that car just to make a hole in one. And we're going to try to use cars here to where when I bounce off these bricks, I don't fully get sent back and the cars kind of stop me. Okay, the bonies are being a little bit mean. There we go. And this level is pretty short. You just got to go up here and then just hit the next shot. And all of a sudden, we're robbing a bank. Once we get in here, the police are after us. But we're gonna make our quick getaway by making it down here and past these cars. And now we're gonna be... actually, I'm gonna show something off funny for this next level, as there's Uncanny Cat news, you know, great world building. If you accidentally car clip, you get sent to the back rooms. And that's a tech we're going to be utilizing this level is car clipping. Pretty much if you align yourself pretty much in the middle of the cars, you will clip through walls. I may have to reset here just because. You got to be quick yet again with this cycle just because if you're not, the cat will just kill you. There we go, that should be good. Waiter, there's an uncanny cat in my soup. This one you got to just be a little bit precise when you're trying to make those small movements. I don't know what this level's supposed to be really about, but it's just kind of pretty. There we go. And we only have one more level before we're on to World 3. Simply just gonna take the bottom row of all these signs real quick and then just do this shot. Alrighty, now we're at Chuckle Park. You'll see who Chuckles is pretty soon. Hopefully I did that right. Nice. Nice hole in one. And this is easily one of my least favorite levels just because trying to get out of this first section's pretty annoying and then the rest of it's kind of just slow with all these cars. But we shall manage. Also, gotta be careful with the cars just because you can accidentally get car clipped if you're not, you know, fast enough. And now there's another mechanic in this world to where these switches will pretty much open up paths and create blocks for us. This one, you just kind of got to follow a set path here. Go for the second button. Okay, I want to diagonal down. There we go. I'm trying to remember when Chuckles appears. Here we go. There's Chuckles. These are easily the worst enemies in the game just because how Chuckles works is that they'll pretty much follow your path no matter what, and they're really annoying when you're bouncing off them. This whole level has a whole bunch of them, especially when they're blocking the hole. So we're just going to try to make it to where when we're trying to bounce off a Chuckle that we're doing obviously small movements with our cat. This level we're going to be utilizing cart clips. We're not going to be doing it the intended way. Hopefully this first move goes quick. This might be fine. I might be off cycle for this just because we have to worry about the cat killing us while we're doing these cart clips.
Nice.
Okay, no, we're fine. There we go. Alright, this one I'm going to try to do a quick flick just because this level is really annoying. There we go. This one I'm going to just do a straight vertical shot and just hope the chuckles don't send me to my impending doom.
Oh.
And, oh no, why did that happen? This level used to have a pretty bad water filter for it, but since I'm playing on the plus version, it removes that, which thank you to the dev who did that. Alrighty, I'm gonna give a volume warning for this next level when I complete it, because the whole gimmick is that we're in pitch darkness. You only get to see it when the cat is loading, but it's a pretty simple path you have to take. But yet again, a volume warning because there's gonna be a loud jump scare once we complete it.
Oh, bark, bark, bark.
Now we have a dog in the mix. There we go. And now we're gonna be on the opposite side of where the dog was, so he's gonna be the one hitting the switches while I'm gonna be the one trying to make it to the hole. There we go. And this next level is going to be an auto-scroller, so JD Puppy, you have any messages for us?
I would love to remind everyone that we are doing a mutual aid event for Sarah, also known as Doodleplex. She's a valued member of the volunteering and speedrunning community, taking after her late father and her desire to help others. She loves photography, drawing, designing, and video games, although, in her words, the only thing she speedruns is eating ice cream. She loves her cats Rosie and Rupee, who also need a good home, and her nephew, who she hopes to introduce to speedrunning someday. Please help get Sarah back to doing what she loves by typing !donate in the chats. We want to get those donations in because we do have that milestone incentive for that Sonic 06 glitch exhibition, which gets met if we hit $2,150 by the end of that run later on today. Let's make it happen. What I'd love to suggest is, if you want, send over some pet names. If you've got a pet, or wish to have a pet, or have a friend who has a pet, or a beloved pet from your old family times, please, I'd love to hear about it inside our donation comments.
Alrighty, so we are on the fourth and final world, as this is a playtest. So we're only going to be doing 5 more levels, and you're wondering, why is it only 5 levels? And that's just because, you know, it's still a game that's work in progress. Every other world does have 15, except for the tutorial. So for this main level, we're pretty much going to have to take a set path with these switches, which now there's 4 different colors of them. And we got to be careful when we're hitting these switches, because if you hit them at the wrong time, you'll pretty much get stuck and are forced to reset. But right now, this level's going pretty goo. One more hit on this one, we go fully down. We really need to hit 2 more switches before we're done with this level. Oh, DVD logo.
Yeah.
Take it a little bit safe when I'm trying to make it in this hole. And I was supposed to say there's some placeholder levels, so for these next 2 levels, I'm just going to use the bottom of this L and F over here just so I can make the hole in one. And now we're on to the final level, so time is coming up pretty soon. And the whole gimmick of this level is that a bunch of chuckles are spawning, but with these cats, once we land on them, it'll pretty much explode all the chuckles. Okay, so far this level's going goo. Alrighty, so once we get to the screen here, I'll just show off this. Once we get to the credits. Alright, and time. You are did it!
You are did it indeed.
That'll be it for Uncanny Cat. Alrighty, for my shoutouts, I'd obviously like to thank Saving Sarah for accepting this run. I've always loved running this game. It's pretty silly, and I'm so glad other people can show it. You're more than welcome. More than glad people played more of Uncanny Cat Golf, because this game is truly a gem. And obviously, I'd like to give a shout out to obviously SH2K, the devs for this game. Thank you for making this, and obviously shout out to all the speedrunners who found all the tech for this. That'll be it for me. Oh, you can also find me at twitch.tv/SinDarkFatez and youtube.com/@SinDarkFatez.
Excellent. GG, SinDarkFatez, and thank you so much for an awesome run of Uncanny Cat Golf with the milestone of unregistered HyperCat 2 met. Thanks to all of our donors for helping us make that happen. While we get ready for our next run, which will be a Barbie race between Conception and Sheriff, I want to remind everyone to go ahead and take a stretch, stand up, breathe, grab some water, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Hello, everyone. Once again, you are watching Saving Sarah, a mutual aid event helping a friend of the community and volunteer extraordinaire, Doodleplex, to help end her housing insecurity and to get her to a better financial place in life. Type !donate in chat to help Sarah directly. She's currently facing housing insecurity due to a harmful family and relationship situation and needs our help to get back on her feet. And every donation goes directly towards securing housing and financial stability for her. She's a valued member of the volunteer community who helps out whenever she can, so now we're here to help her. If you'd be interested in donating, type !donate in chat to donate to Sarah. And if you can't, feel free to go ahead and spread the word. Share on your social media, tell your communities, because all weekend long we are having some awesome speedrunning action from members of our community. I do want to give a special thank you to Sonic Master, who donates $15 in support of our efforts supporting our friend. No comment, but still thank you for your generosity all the same. That $15, of course, inching us closer to our milestone incentive of the glitch exhibition for the Sonic 2006 run, which will be run later on today by Focus Sites, and it'll be an amazing glitch exhibition. We have to hit a 2,150 goal in order to help make that happen. So please, let's get those donations in while we still have a little bit of time to be able to roll through. We do want to make sure that we don't miss out on that incentive, because those glitches are absolutely to die for. So thank you so much, Focus, for putting out that incentive, and the donors who will help us meet that incentive later on this afternoon. Coming up soon, we will have a Barbie any percent race between Conception and Sharif, and then shortly after that will be Evo Land any percent run by Illegally Sam. And that Evo Land run does have a bid war that's currently open, where we could name Clink and Karis. The top two choices will get in 8 characters maximum. Right now in the lead we have Rupee with $20 and Rosie with $10. And for those of you you don't know, those are the names of Sarah's 2 cats, so they'll get featured or at least honored in this Evoland run. But slightly behind them is Mio Hudson and Zoe Foster, which were the 2 protagonists of the Split Fiction run, which was run earlier by Professor Birch and Blackheart Wings at $7.50 each. Or if you'd like to suggest a new name, maybe The Meats, if you're a fan of Arby's, maybe Orb, if you like that good old GDQ meme, you could submit a new name suggestion for that character naming bid war for Evoland. Now, of course, that does need to be met in order before we actually name the characters. So right now it is Rosie and Ruby that are in the lead, but if you want to get that in, you only have until just about the run starts in order to potentially snipe that bid war. And it is absolutely in snipeable range, and it will be supporting such a good friend within the community too. Come on, it's such a good idea. You'll get to put in your donation for a bid war name that you want to see, and you're going to donate towards helping us meet that milestone incentive, and you'll be contributing to help out a good friend. It's win-win-win all around. And what are some of the factors, of course, that are coming into the realities that our good friend Sarah is experiencing? Sarah, like so many others, are inside a conundrum when it comes to housing security. Housing is very difficult to access in the United States, and the problem is worsening every year. According to Habitat for Humanity's State of the Nation's Housing Report in 2025, more than 20% of all types of housed people were cost burdened, and that housing prices continue to increase relative to incomes year after year. We can help each other become more housing secure with mutual aid and community support, just like we're doing here at Saving Sarah. And I also want to share that if you wish to support Sarah through kind of the more traditional means here on Twitch, we are on Doodleplex's channel right now. And if you like, you can go ahead and share bits or make a subscription if you wish. If you've got a Prime sub available, this could be an excellent time to use it. Obviously, Twitch revenue can certainly aid in going a long way to be able to help Sarah out as well. And with all the fun stuff that Sarah does, of course, supporting Sarah would be through Twitch can be such an amazing channel as well. Now, I've got a curiosity, chat. Like, although we are going to toss in some names for our 2 protagonists of Evoland, and the pet names are absolutely great, I'm curious if anyone has ever had any unusual pet to name combinations, right? Like any ironic names that are there, completely nonsensical names, like Kitty for a bulldog. Although that's still a good name, I could see that happening. Or Chompers for goldfish. Who knows? Like it definitely could yield a lot of laughs. Ooh, I also want to share that if you wish to affect exactly what kind of run we will run during the Sonic 06 run later today, there are three choices. There are three hedgehogs. Sonic, of course, would be your traditional choice. Shadow for those that want to be edgy, or Silver for those that, well, I don't know what Silver's personality is now that I think about it. Or Silver. Those are the three options for our story bid war for the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 run for Focus Site later on this afternoon. That bid war is up, open, and active. So if you want to go ahead and contribute to that bid war as well, feel free to toss dollars that way. So that means we've got two bid wars that are open. One for Evoland that's coming up right after this, I believe. Yes. Right after this Barbie any percent race. And then later on, we also have the Sonic the Hedgehog 06 bid war, and donations that are put towards either of those will also count towards our Sonic 06 milestone incentive at $21.50 donated to Sarah. Will get that glitch exhibition by Focus. Now, I just self-admitted that I'm not as big of a Sonic fan as probably childhood JD would make me out to be. But seriously, I don't know what Silver is like. So you should donate to Silver so I get the chance to learn and see it unfold during Sonic 06. Or if you want to tell me about some of Silver's main personality characteristics inside a donation comment, I absolutely will 100% believe you. No joke. That's just how it goes. And again, if you are able to donate and contribute, every single dollar can indeed go a long way. Barriers to secure housing are even greater for women and people in controlling domestic situations like Sarah. According to Lotus House, 63% of all people working minimum wage in America were women, and women on the whole earn less than men in all fields. Additionally, a large contributing problem to women's housing insecurity are domestic relationships, with 57% of unhoused women reporting that domestic violence was the direct reason for their hardship. These risk factors make it even more important to support women facing housing hardship in their lives, and is a large part of why we're supporting Sarah today. So if you can, please, !donate chat to go ahead and grab the link. Consider telling your friends to be able to go ahead and tune in and enjoy the show. $1 is the minimum donation to go ahead and contribute, and every single dollar amount helps for sure. So if you can, let's go ahead and band together as a community, just as Doodleplex helps this community out a ton. This upcoming Barbie race is gonna be absolutely silly fun. I am so excited for this. We have seen Barbie featured on the GDQ stage before, but I cannot wait to see it featured here during this weekend's mutual aid event. It is gonna be so silly, so fun. I can't wait. Another suggestion out there, if you'd like to make a donation about your favorite Barbie, I'd like to know what are your favorite Barbies out there. And again, I myself was not a Barbie connoisseur growing up, so or today. So if you make up a Barbie and it doesn't exist, I mean, I won't know the difference. So you can submit whatever Barbies you like within reason, and I will go ahead and read them out on air as well.